Good afternoon, mathematicians, and welcome to Miss Scranton's math class. In this video, we will be discussing chapter 7.5, factoring the polynomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c. This video is originally intended for students in the Algebra 1B course, as we are currently in chapter 7, but of course any student can watch this video in any class. So here's your objective for chapter 7.5. After this video, I will be able to factor the following polynomials: x squared plus bx plus c, where all terms are positive; x squared minus bx plus c, where the middle term is negative; x squared plus bx minus c, where the constant term is negative; and finally, x squared minus bx minus c, where both the middle term and the last term, also known as the linear term and the constant term, will both be negative. But in reality, as long as you know how to factor this first form, you will be good to go for all four cases. So let's start with just a refresher about the FOIL method. The FOIL method can be found in an earlier section, but let's just review it here. The F in FOIL will stand for first, as in the first term of each, usually binomial, expression. The O will stand for the outer terms within each expression. The I will stand for the inner terms of each expression, and finally the L will stand for the last terms of each binomial expression. So let's do an example using FOIL. Let's say we have the expression x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 5. So remember, both of these expressions have two terms inside of parentheses. They each have two terms, so those are called binomials. Now, using our FOIL method, we know that f comes first. Let me write this out here just to help us. So the f stands for first, and the first term in the first expression is x, and the first term in the second expression is also x. So we're going to get x times x, which is equal to x squared, or x to the second power. Moving on to O, we are looking for the outer or the outside terms in each expression. So in x plus 3, the term closest to the outside is the x, and in x minus 5, the term closest to the outside is negative 5. Remember your signs. So we are going to get x times negative 5. And if you want to put parentheses, feel free. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. Moving on to the I, those are the inner terms, so the terms closest to the inside. In the first binomial, that will be the positive 3. In the second binomial, that will be the x. So this will be 3 times x, which is 3x. And for the L, that stands for the last terms. So in the first binomial, the last term is 3. In the second binomial, the last term is negative 5. So this will be 3 times negative 5, which is negative 15. So now let's look at our four terms. We have x squared, we have negative 5x, we have positive 3x, and we have negative 15. So if we go to the next page, let's write out those terms again. We had x squared, we had negative 5x, we had positive 3x, and we had negative 15. Now I'm going to write this in black so that we can start to see like terms and combine as necessary. So let's look for like terms. What like terms do you see? Okay, I see negative 5x and I see positive 3x. If we combine those, what do we get? That's right, negative 2x, because we have more negatives than positives. So this expression becomes x squared minus 2x minus 15. And that is the expanded form of quantity x plus 3 times quantity x minus 5. All of that equals x squared minus 2x minus 15 when simplified. So that is the FOIL method, but now we are going to look at taking an expression that looks like this and breaking it back down into something that looks like this. So we are working backwards now. So this was part 1 of the video. In part 2, we will begin the factoring process for x squared plus bx plus c.